mannerisms or whatever, but he had an aptitude for just saying something a little bit wrong, you know, but it sounded right. Man, John would go, "What did you say?" He said Hard Day's Night. I don't believe it. That's great. He wanted to order sliced bread for toast somewhere. So he said, "Can I have some sliced bread?" We never used that one, but it was still good. It was a Ringoism, you know. Well, I don't know what are you going to do about this? He said, "Well, I don't know. Tomorrow never knows." That was one of his.
Yeah.
I mean, now, you know, you say Hard Day's Night. Oh, yeah, I get it. Sounds like...
Because it's in the culture now, but when you first heard it, it was like, oh, that's an odd, funny expression.
Also, the name Beatles is in the culture now, so nobody goes, "Ooh, creepy crawly," but when we started, everyone did.
What do you remember when you first met Ringo?
We first met Ringo by seeing him playing in Hamburg. Yeah. He was kind of suave. He was more grown up. Yeah. I mean, he always was the oldest in the Beatles and still is. Because he'd been working professionally before we had. We were kind of much more amateur than Ringo was. He had like a big car. None of us had cars. And Ringo's great thing, he's so suave. He would light, if he was with a girl, he would light 2 cigarettes.
Like Humphrey Bogart.
He'd seen it in the films, you know. The drink he had was bourbon and 7. We didn't know what that was, so we could get it at the bar, so we all started drinking bourbon and 7. We went back to Liverpool and said, "Bourbon and 7, please." "What? What are you talking about? What's that?" And they didn't have bourbon and they didn't have 7. So we became Scotch and Coke. There was one thing we were particularly impressed with, which was the drum part to What Did I Say, the Ray Charles record that I loved. Yeah, so we saw him doing that in Hamburg with Rory Storm and the Hurricanes. And it was like, wow, he's really good. And so we admired him and we'd go around to watch them just to hear him. So that was it. We knew him from Hamburg. And once our then drummer, Pete, didn't show up and Ringo sat in for him, I so clearly remember me, John and George, but as the front line, standing in the line at the front on 3 mics, and this guy behind us. And when he kicked in the drums, it was like, oh. We were like thrilled. Wow, he just lifted us. This is different. I remember like looking at the others just as we're singing. It was like, wow. It was a moment. It was like a big moment. Wow. I hope we can stay with this guy. He just brought the whole band together.
One of the things I noticed in listening to the tracks is that sometimes the songs will start as a folk ballad,